Hey everybody, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to my channel. I'm in Cincinnati at an exhibit called The Art of the Brick, and it's all about sculptures that one artist has made out of Lego. So you can see one behind me, but let's look around and see what all kinds of stuff he created using Lego. Okay, to start with, we have this. It's like a portrait of Andy Warhol. It's just called Andy, but yeah, that's who it is. And it's cool, it gives the dimensions and how many bricks are used. This one uses 3,720, and I like it because he makes them stick out. Okay, I like this one. He said it's inspired by another childhood toy that if you stepped on it would hurt very badly. Just like Legos. Okay. Giant pencil. But the best part is down at the bottom, because it looks like it's writing on paper. It's all out of Lego. Oh, this one's cool. It's called Think, so it's about ideas. And so the ideas are taking the form of little men and a little key. And here's a close-up of the one that was behind me at the beginning. Crayons. And I love it because the one down here, you can tell that it's been used and sharpened and the paper's been torn back, and very cool. This one's pretty cool. Alright, this is a self-portrait. It says that this is what he looks like when he thinks. We're only in the second room, and we may have found my favorite one. Because it's called Pop-Up Book. And it's got this little story. It's actually written here on the bricks, but it's also there. But it's basically about a girl who sails in the moat on a boat. And there's a prince who lives in the castle. And she wants to go to the castle, but she's scared of the rocks. And he says, "Don't worry, I'll catch you." But she won't do it. So finally, he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll come to you." And they end up having to spend the rest of their life on the boat. Because once he's on the boat, they don't have a way to get back to the castle. So it's basically hey, take a risk and jump because you might get to live in the castle. But the story is secondary for me to the, the actual piece of art because it's so cool. We'll see if we find any others that can compete with this one for my favorite. Okay, so I'm in the next room and it's called Past Masters, and it's all about recreating famous works of art out of Lego. So let's look. So for example, here's David. So cool. I don't even know how you begin doing something like that. And so they have the name as well as a picture of what the original artwork looked like. And here's Venus de Milo. Oh, I like this one. So it's American Gothic. But it's obviously 3D, but it still has the background also made out of Legos. Just flat. It's so fun. Okay, so this one is the girl with the pearl earring, and it's really interesting because first of all, he used he called it a round Lego brick for the earring. So you can see that it's like sticking out. But also, if you notice, I can't touch it, but like the background is like a different level, and then she is like raised a bit. I like that a lot. And next we have a little bit of the Sistine Chapel. So here's his version of the Mona Lisa. And he said he intentionally created it sort of with like a highly pixelated look, to still get the effect of the original painting, but he didn't want to like have to try to use tiny, tiny little bricks to get all the detail. So this is what he went with. The eyes on my camera make her look kind of bug-eyed. It doesn't have that same look in real life. Like she looks a bit like, I don't know, an insect or I don't know, but it doesn't really look like that in real life. Little Dancer. I don't know if I've ever seen this statue. I mean, I don't even mean real life, I just mean like pictures. But here is his interpretation. Oh, I like this one too. Another one where he did the background like flat out of Lego, and then the subject of the painting is a 3D figure in front of it. His mouth is like, oh, I like it. Here we have the thinker. Okay, so here we have a bunch of like recreatings of some paintings. Specifically, some of these look like this. I think the original one originated in China. Sorry for the shadow. And then like this looks like cave art to me, which I think it is. Very cool. He did it like it's sort of like raised in certain places to sort of mimic like the wall of like a cave or something. Very cool. Oh, another one that has like a lot of like different levels, different layers. And then everybody should recognize this one. Okay, I found a contender for what also might be my favorite one, so let me show you. It's the 12 Days of Christmas. So we have the partridge in a pear tree, and French hens, turtle doves, French hens, calling birds, the golden rings, the geese with their eggs, the swans, the maids a milking, the ladies dancing, lords a leaping, pipers piping, and drummers drumming. And I love it. The one on the end there is actually on a drum set, and then some of them are like standing with drums. Oh my goodness. The lords a leaping aren't leaping. They're just kind of dancing, but I don't see any one of them that I would consider to be leaping. Oh my goodness. Over here. So the 8 maids of milking, they're like standing in a line waiting to milk the cow. I love it so much. And then the whole background is like a winter scene. I love it. I love it. This one is cool. It's like a guy swimming, and all like the water is just like loose blue Lego bricks. And then they have like this lighting effect to make it feel like there's water all around. Very cool. So the next room is all about human expression. This one's kind of scary. It's called Trapped. This one's just called Green. And this one is called Pink Torso. Okay, so the background of this artist is that he was originally a lawyer and then decided he didn't like that, and so he became a Lego artist. And this is like a representation of his artist self breaking out. Okay, another contender for my favorite. This one is called Division, and it's about hope and despair. So down at the bottom here, we have despair, and they're just like a bunch of hands reaching up, like trying to find something to hold on to. And then above, there are just all these figures out of Lego that are suspended that are supposed to represent people who have hope, who have found hope, and also the people that can help bring the people who are in despair out of despair. And I think it's beautiful. And it's kind of cool. Like, so I was standing to the side of it, but then if you walk around, just the way they have it lit is kind of cool. Yeah, that's gonna be a contender for the favorite. This one is about people holding you back. It's called Grasp. This is untitled, but it's just talking about children building the future, so that's why the figure is so small. I like this one because it looks like he's building himself. The description is a little weird, but I do like the sculpture. Interesting. So they have a bunch of different skulls here. Black one, dark gray one. As they're getting lighter, he's talking about clouds lifting and hope coming and stuff like that. And but also that skulls remind us of mortality and stuff like that. Yeah, and these last, like the black one, the white one, the red one, just repeat, that they remind us of our mortality. Okay, this room is called In Pieces, and I think it's supposed to be more like realistic type things. So I see a cloud, I see something that's supposed to look like cloth, and yeah, so let's look at a cloud. Not really a description with that one, just a cloud. Cool. Wait. Oh, it is a photograph, but then there are certain things in it that are made out of Lego, like the towel in the photograph is made out of Lego, as are the sandals. Sorry for the shadow. Those are the two things that I recognize as being Lego. Oh, and here are the sandals. And the towel. Oh, this is cool. It's like a dress on a windy day. That is impressive. The way he has the movement and everything is still very beautiful and artistic. And then, I don't know, is she losing part of her dress? I'm not sure what the falling red ones are. And then over here we have a dog. Hello. Oh, let's see. Oh, here's another one of those photos. Oh, so, okay, let's see if I can. There we go. The dog is there, obviously. And is there anything else? Oh, the mannequin in the window, because that's right here. That's pretty cool. I wonder. I see. So another photo, not made out of Lego, but the tree in the photo is made out of Lego, and the tree is right here. I like this. I like this room just because it's different than the other ones. Umbrella. I like it. Okay. Oh, it kind of tells you what is made out of Lego. Plus, if you're here, sorry, shadow. If you're here, then you look and you see that it's right next to you. Oh my goodness. This the dress is actually there. What I don't know is if that was she actually wearing that? Kind of looked like it. Or if it was like, put on digitally. It looks like she's wearing it. That's crazy. Alright, there's one more picture over here. I'm guessing that's gonna be it. Yep. And love. I really liked that room as a whole just because it was different than what I've seen so far. So I enjoyed that. Alright, so here's some flat skulls just hanging on the wall. Well, I say flat, but they're like that. So this whole room is pink. And they're different, it's covered in pink carpet, but then all the little things are made of Lego. There's an ice cream cone with a heart and the chair. And we were told at the beginning that the only thing that we're allowed to touch in the whole exhibit is this chair, because we're allowed to sit in it and take pictures. Then there's a cello and a skull and a balloon animal dog. So cute. Alright. So this is the art that was on all the press material for this exhibit. So he's tearing himself open and all the yellow is spilling out. So it's supposed to symbolize revealing what's inside to the world, and I think in his case, it's Legos. And by his, I mean the artist. Oh my goodness. This is a cool room. This might be the only thing in it, but it's still cool. I think this guy might have the most bricks of anything. It says 80,000, but I might be wrong actually. Now that I say that, maybe it's the single piece of art with the most. But now that I think about it, all those, the 12 Days of Christmas has to have more bricks than this, right? all those different characters.
So that was the art of the brick, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to go. I started seeing advertisements for it a few months ago, and I knew I wanted to go see it. And it was, yeah, it was great. It only took me a little over an hour to do, like an hour and 10 minutes. It was located at the same place that I saw the Titanic exhibit earlier this year. So if you saw that vlog, it's the same place. They have, they bring in different traveling exhibits for months at a time. And so, yeah, I like the place. So I'll have to keep an eye out for what they have next once this Lego exhibit is over. But I think my favorites, I don't think changed. The three that I mentioned in the video, still probably are my favorite. The one right near the beginning with I forget what it was called, but pop-up book, I think is what it was called, with the open book with the castle. It just spoke to the book lover in me and the fantasy lover in me with the castle in the book. And then the 12 Days of Christmas was just, yeah, it was so cool. It's, not too long after Christmas when I'm recording this, so seeing that was really cool. And then I forget what it was called, but the one with the hands in red at the bottom and then the people floating above, that was not only just impressive with the way he did it, but also I liked the meaning behind it. I really enjoyed. Now, I don't think I told you very much about the artist while I was there, but all of the pieces of art were done by the same artist. His name was Nathan Sawaya, something like that. And he was a lawyer and decided he did not like to be a lawyer, and so he became a Lego artist essentially, and seems to be pretty successful at it. I didn't realize when I was going that it was all the same artist. I think I assumed that it would be by a bunch of different artists, but the fact that it was all by one artist, it gave it kind of a cohesion. So even though each piece of art had a different focus, they all had a level of quality that meant that the whole exhibit was enjoyable to look at. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Lead the Life Vlog, and I'll see you next time. Bye.